Happy Thursday, everybody. Coming to you from Redstone Lake, just outside Halliburton. And as promised, I wanted to shoot you a little video since there's no class tonight in person. It's a beautiful morning here, as you can see, with the colors changing behind me. And the lake, nice and calm. So I invite you all to find a spot to sit in a nice comfortable position. And just as we do when we're together, maybe just close your eyes or lower your gaze as you start to turn to your breath. And you start to make some nice long inhales through the nose, expanding the belly, and exhaling through the nose to the mouth. So we're taking these next few moments just to kind of ground down, let the shoulders soften, let the hips relax, and the sit bones sink into your mat or the floor. And I want to start this practice by just thinking of something that you're grateful for this morning. Obviously, in this beautiful setting, I have so much to be grateful for. So I want you to think about, despite these challenging times we're in, think of something you're grateful for. And it can be anything that's meaningful to you. And it is on that thing that we will begin our practice today. So when you're ready, we'll draw our hands up to our heart. And we'll take a big breath in as we press the hands up and overhead. And then pressing away and bringing the hands back together. And we'll do that a few more times at your own pace. So we just start to add some movement to the breath. One last time. Big breath in and big exhale. Beautiful. We'll bring the hands to the knees and come into our Sufi grind. Maybe inhaling across the front of the mat and exhaling as we round the spine across the back of the mat. I almost feel like it looks like I have a virtual background looking at myself in the camera. And then changing directions when you're ready. Just flowing at your own pace. So remembering that these practices are your practices and you do what feels right for you. Good, and we'll come back to the center and we'll just let the left arm drop down to the mat as we reach over with the right. And then just turning the head to look at the bicep. Adding that little neck stretch in. Beautiful. We'll do the same thing on the other side. Big, long side stretch. Make some space between the hip and the rib. And then just turn to look at the bicep. Good. Let's bring the hands back together. We're going to interlace the fingers and we're just going to draw the knuckles out. And as we do, we're going to tuck the chin and round the spine. And then hands come under the chin and we guide the head back. Good. Back to neutral. Send the arms out. Open up those shoulder blades. Tuck the chin. And then back under. We'll guide the head back. Beautiful. Let's bring the hands in behind, send the feet out in front. Nice and wide stance as we come to our windshield wipers. I hope you can hear between my prompts the birds and the water, the bugs. And then letting the knees fall to either side and taking the chin and the gaze the opposite way. And then switching to the other side, knees fall down and taking the head the opposite way. Good. Sending the legs out in front. We're going to point the toes and we're just going to lift the seat right off the mat. A little reverse plank here. And then lowering the seat. Bringing the palms, fingers face forward, sitting up nice and tall, toes pointing up, and a big inhale all the way up. And then coming down. And reaching for the ankles or the shins. Maybe the toes. Good. And then coming all the way back up. Soles of the feet together. I'm going to interlace my fingers around my toes. Keep them warm as I bop the knees. And then elbows coming to my thighs. Guiding the knees down just till you feel the stretch. And this time, letting my head just come forward. Returning to the breath. Closing the eyes. Coming back to that thing you're grateful for. And then grabbing onto the shins, and I just want you to lift the heart up to the sky or the ceiling. Good, and release down. Sending the legs back out, give them a little shake. And I'm gonna come on to all fours, so I'm gonna swing around. And we're gonna stack the wrists and stack the knees, and we're just gonna come right to our cat-cow. Tucking the chin, tucking the tailbone, and then dropping the belly and raising the head. You may hear some ducks passing by. Quite loud ducks. So I'm gonna walk myself up as Lily inches her way into the camera. I'm gonna curl my toes under and I'm gonna reach back for my heels to come into camel, lifting my heart. Oh, they're geese. They're not ducks at all, Lil. Canada geese. So if that's too much for you, remember, just come to your lower back. Wow, they all just landed in the water. Did you hear all of them? Yeah, good. And then coming to sit on my heels, spreading the knees nice and wide. And then coming into your child's pose. And sending the arms out, bringing the forehead to the mat. And maybe just rolling the head along the forehead from side to side. Giving the sinuses a little massage. Good, and then nice and slowly we'll peel it back up. All right, Lily's joining me in our practice today. So from here, we're gonna bring the pinkies to the edge of the mat, spreading the fingers nice and wide. We're gonna curl the toes and we're gonna peel the hips up and back. Downward dog, and we're just gonna pedal that out. One leg, the other.
And I could go under.
Yep. When we do kids yoga, they go under, don't they? good. So just bending the knees, one the other, and then coming into stillness. Push through those fingertips, push through those heels. And then maybe raise the left leg, three-legged dog. Nice, Lily. And then send that left leg all the way through. Slide back on the hips, coming into pigeon pose. And this is where you do what's right for you. So maybe you're gonna melt down into lazy pigeon. Maybe stack the fists. Maybe come all the way down to the mat. Breathe into your hips. Come back to your breath or the sound of the water, the sound of the wind, to the trees. And then when you're ready, come back onto the palms of the hands. Maybe you get a little back bend here. And then curl the toes on the right foot. Slide yourself back to downward dog. Reposition. Spread the fingers. Yeah, we got to do the other side. So, like Lily said, raise the right leg, three-legged dog. Press and then swing that right leg through. Uncurling the toes on the left, sliding back into your hips.
I do this one.
It's actually a perfect day today, isn't it, Lil?
I do this one.
Nice. And then melt down into lazy pigeon. So stacked fists or arms. Listen to your breath. Remind yourself what you feel grateful for today. What makes you thankful? And then when you're ready, coming up onto the palms, little back bend here, curling that toe, sliding the leg back, this time to come into your plank pose. And this morning we're just gonna drop the knees, drop the belly, drop the chin, press up into your cobra, release down. And slide back into your child's pose.
Superhero pose.
Superhero pose? Yeah? Just do child's pose. Lily, let's do lizard on a rock. Lily and I are going to show you lizard on a rock while she's here. So I am the rock. Lily is the sunbathing lizard. So if you have a child near you, this is a nice stretch for both of you. Right, Lil?
Mommy, and I'm going to show them superhero pose.
Lily wants to show you superhero pose.
One.
Yeah. All right, so Lily, come sit beside me. And we're gonna come back to easy pose or lotus pose. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna place our palms face up on our lap. And palms face up means we're open to receive. And I think right now we all need to be open to receive. So maybe you wanna just cast your gaze right over Lily and I's shoulders and look out onto this beautiful scenery behind us. Maybe you want to close your eyes or lower your gaze. As we come back to our breath, filling our bellies. And I want to remind you where you are right now is exactly where you need to be. I want you to remind you that you are safe. You are not alone. And you can find something to be grateful for, even in these trying times. I invite you to each day take a little time out for yourself to find some stillness, to find some calm, or just to move your body like we did this morning. I'll bring our palms together at our heart. Take one last big stretch all the way up, lifting and pressing out. We'll roll back the shoulders. And I say to you all, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and may you be whole. Palms to third eye, or thumbs to third eye. Namaste. So we'll be back next week with our outdoor yoga on Thursdays at Poplar Hill Park. Bundle up. It's been getting cool in the evenings. If you are interested in the virtual classes coming up in October, we're going to be learning lots more about meditation. We're going to be trying some different meditations, as well as doing a nice gentle stretch with each class, just to get the body moving, as well as finding our stillness. In meditation, we'll learn about some mantras and some mudras. And I think it will be great for everybody, including myself. So I hope you guys have had a fabulous week. I will look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. I'll leave you with this beautiful scene before you go. Namaste.